Hey guys, welcome to Cal Reviews. This is Chris, and today we've got a video review of something a little bit older, which I know people like to see the newer stuff, and you know, sometimes you complain when it's not the newest, but anyway, this is such a cool figure, and actually, a friend of mine, Ben, he knows who he is, made me get this guy out and really want to review it. It's just such a fun figure, and it's not that long ago, it's about 3-4 years I think, but it's long enough that you can see where the cost cutting is now and how good these figures were. And this is Transformers Animated Leader Class Ultra Magnus, and you can see he's like a weapons truck thingy majigger, 8-wheel thing. He's just awesome, and like that is probably really loud on camera, but you can hear the weight of this guy. Obviously he has some robot parts underneath, but he is a big ass truck. He does have lights and sounds which light up this and make some noise, but I remove all the batteries from my figures because they sit on shelves and I don't want them to corrode. So sorry about that, you miss out. I'm sure there's another video you can watch with those. Anyway, so here's his truck mode, and like the detail on this, rivets, like it could do with customizer type paint job with painting all these rivets and lines, and you know, but it's fine, it's good. You've got like molded in suspension under here, tyre treads, you know, fuel tanks here, little doors, the windows, the lights are painted. Yeah, this and the old Unicron trilogy, I just liked how much they put into the figures. But that's not the main thing with this mode. It's a military truck, so it does military things. Well, trucks don't fold their fronts open, but for the sake of the transform, you open these, close that back up, and then you've got these little guns that slide out. They kind of remind me of the USS Missouri. So you've got guns there, and then, oh, look at this, these lights open. Oh, more guns, oh yeah. Boom, boom. Little Gatling guns. Weaponizers. They got nothing on this. We just pop this thing over here. What's this? More guns? Oh, that's pretty cool. But wait, there's more. More guns. More guns. Oh yeah, and this you can have however you want. You can just position it like that. You can have them up, you can have them up. You can shoot them wherever you want. The only thing I wish it had is a rotation there, so you could point these to the side. That's a hammer. Shh, you didn't see nothing. But damn, gun truck and a half. It's got 2 Gatling guns, 6 little cannon-y Missouri looking things, 2 Energon cannons I'm going to call them, and 2 more guns up there. And then they all fold back away, a little switch on the side. I'm going to flip them over, it's a noisy thing. You fold your Gatling guns away, open the front up, fold these away, close that, and boom, you're back to your normal military gun trucky, transporty thingy-majigger truck thing. Yeah. So there you are, there's your truck. Now let's look at how to transform him, and for that I'm going to need to move the camera back because this guy's pretty big. So we'll be back in a sec. Alrighty guys, I'm going to do my best to keep this in frame. Now, I'll show you a little secret. If I move this back any further, you can see the outline of my review area, which is just a little bit of a secret there. So if I lift that up too much, you'll get a peek of what's behind the scenes, behind the curtain as it is. So I'm going to do my best to keep this in frame, so bear with me. First thing we're going to do, guys, is come up to the front here. I'm just going to untab these sections here. They just flop out like that. So untab, not like that. So just like that. Keep them untabbed. Now we're going to grab the legs, lift that up out of the way, pull the hammer out of the thing here, like so. Just pull that out of there, and put that down aside. And what we're going to do with the legs is extend them out. We're going to extend them out. Now come in here. What you do with this is untab that and push it across. And you can see the hinge there. I'll do it on this leg as well. You're going to actually lift that up into the middle and then fold it down the other way like so. And then this section folds across the back and up, and a little tab sits in there. So across and up, and a little tab sits in there, and that's the base of your feet. So just flip him around like so, and you can see most of Magnus there. Fold these panels down, pop off your little kneecap thing, because that's what you're meant to do, not. One thing I did forget to do, that was silly, go back around. Before you put these in, you need to fold out the feet. So, my bad guys, my bad. So, feet are in there, just fold those suckers out, put that back down, fold that back over, click it in there, clickety click, 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 get your feet out, and there's Magnus's legs. Now come up to this top section. You can sit that back like that for now. Now bring the camera up a little bit. Now this top section you can grab and split, and then fold those out like so. Now grab the arms, straighten them out, and we're going to meant to fold those bits down. Anyway, rotate this whole section here over and back like that, and then straighten up your arm. I'll show you something with those in a minute. Same here, rotate the whole section over. That little blue section is going to fold behind in a minute. So all the way over, and they just click down. They do peg in at the back. I'll show you a little bit more detail. Just rotate your arm around. Blue bit folds in behind. Now what's going to happen with these arms is under here you've got a hinge, very much like the legs. What you do is actually pull that out, and it takes a bit of effort. See that? Now it's extended, if you can see. There we are. And then you're going to do the same thing but go up. So it does take a bit of doing. So come on. There we are. As you can see, it takes a bit of doing, but that gives him the height in that arm there. Okay, so the other side, so we're going to come out, so it will look like that, and then you're going to go up, like so, come on, and then you've got his shoulders, and there you have Magnus in his robot mode. Alrighty guys, we've got Ultra Magnus in his Magnusy glory. He's Ultra Magnus, and he's got some kind of string or something caught under him. Anyway, I'm not even going to edit that out. This is Ultra Magnus. He is a big badass. Now, before we go on, I'm just going to show you a bit of a size comparison because he's a big dude. Yeah, that's Knockout, kind of up to crutch level. That's Knockout, and for you Cybertron fans out there, that is Ultra Class Vector Prime. Now, Vector Prime is a big figure, so it just gives you an idea of how big Magnus actually is. And as I showed you before, when he was in truck mode, he is one heavy dude. Get those out of the way. Now, we have Magnus here. Let's have a look at some of his finer details. Now, the sounds here, it says something like orders to Optimus Prime or some crap like that, and Ultra Magnus here. That's what it says. But the thing is, hey, we're doing a review. Hey, yo, that's right. You can make him say whatever you want, because he's Ultra freaking Magnus. I'm Batman. I'm not really Batman. I'm Ultra Magnus. Enough of that. It's just kind of fun to do that. And when you lift him, this part of the head here actually straightens up. So it changes his expression right well. The other thing you can do with the electronics is with certain releases of Bulkhead came the headmaster from that, which just clicks on like so. And when you put that on, it actually presses a little button in and changes the sound effects, and it just makes some weird sound effects. So that's the headmaster. I just thought I'd show you that as well. Just a big thing with a hole in it that can go on any of the leader figures. Very cool. Now, details wise, Magnus has plenty of them. He's got his Elite Guard Autobot symbol there, which is the button as well. You've got plenty of nice techie sort of detailing here. His abs, which are the speaker box, that's really cool to see incorporated. The legs, it's an animated figure, so you've got to remember they've got to have these smooth rounded edges and that. Just little details all over it, but it works. More techie detail on the little hip guard things here. Elite Guardy military type stripes. Obviously the vehicle mode details carry through as well. The head sculpt, as you've just seen, is pretty cool. Head does rotate, and I'm Ultra Magnus. Yeah. He does that. Other articulation is ratchety, which goes in and out, around, bicep swivel, 90-degree elbow, and the hand will open up, and you're out of focus, you silly moo. Get the arms out of the way. No waist rotation due to all the electronics. That's a common leadery type thing. Hips will go forward. These are on like a ratchet as such, not a big range of movement. Like that's a click, that's a click. You got a thigh swivel, a very deep knee, which is cool, and the toe will point, but it doesn't really help you too much. So that's your articulation. Articulation. Now, one problem I have is he's quite back heavy. So you either have him looking up and he's not quite flat on his feet, or like right now he's touching the back of my board, so it's not a big deal. But to change that lean, if you go forward, because of the way those ratchets are, he ends up like that. So if you try and click the knee a bit, he ends up falling backwards. So you're kind of left with just him rocking back a little bit. If you've got the hammer in his hand, it's not too bad, which I'll show you in a moment. The other problem I have is when you move the arms, the shoulder is located right back here. So when the arm is up like this, a bit like my Alternity Convoy review, the shoulders were really far back on the figure, and that made it look quite weird when he put his arms up. It's alright if you sort of do it halfway like that, but if you just go like this, they end up short, and if he wants to point to the roof, his arms are back there. So, hey, not a big deal, but that's the thing. And we'll just give him a bit of a meaner pose. Now, the accessories he does actually come with are this, which is his Magnus hammer. It is the coolest freaking accessory. I love it. I have seen these painted in silver, looks really cool, but I'm happy to leave mine here. And if you give this a little pull, it pops out. So you've got a big hammer and they just click back in. But I like to leave them just in like that. I think when you're like this, it looks too big, but that's just a play function more for kids. Now put that in his hand, open the hand up. Now, you've got two options. You can have this little peg here go into that slot in his hand, which, got to get it out of the way. We'll just push in and then close his hand over. So if you want him just to have my Magnus hammer, just like that, and he can just hold it to his side, which isn't too bad, to be honest, but I like to have him grip it like down here. And to do that, you got to sort of push it into his palm and then close the hand all the way. And it is loose in there, but this way he can have his mighty Magnus hammer. And as you can see, it's got a bit of weight in it, but up high if he wants to, and he can bring it down and then end up with a gimpy shoulder. So Magnus hammer, very cool. Now, as I said, weaponizer, schmepponizer. These new prime weaponizers with their little spinning guns. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind them. They're okay for what they are, but this is a true weaponizer. So first of all, I'm just going to bring this camera up because you don't need to see his legs. What's he need legs for? Remember we saw in the vehicle mode? That all applies here. So, fingernail in here, pop the little Gatling gun out. Pop the little Gatling gun out. Oh yeah. And then you can pop these forward. And this gun comes out. Extend those out and close that back up. This one here. And then come around behind and you lift these up. And he's got a little tab thing there, you just got to lift that out of the way. And then they go like that. He's got those guns there. And before we do that, you lift these up. Lift these up. Oh, come on. And then, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Here comes the boom, more like it. And then, that's a weaponizer. Yes, PL, I'm stealing your thing. That is a freaking weaponizer. I can't agree more that that's what a weaponizer should have been. Not some spinning gun that's all you can use it for. That, and then give him his bloody, his hammerino, and peg that into there. And that is armed to the teeth, Mother Magnus. He is Autobot leader. He is the boss. Oh yeah. Built my guns, yeah. Oh yeah. Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah. Anyway, let's get these out of his hands and I'll show you how to transform him back into a vehicle. Okay guys, to transform him back, very easy. First of all, you're just going to come up here, push these guns in, push them down, gun in, down, and just bring that back and just sit it out like that for now. Just fold that out of the way. Fold these guns in, this bit forward, just slot gun away, in there like that. Same on both sides. I'd already put these ones away, so that's not a big deal. Close the fists, alright, like that. Now what we're going to do is these shoulder pad things are going to come down, so we're going to fold that out, and then it's going to be all wiggly, wobbly, and out like that, so they're coming low and wide. So same thing here, so you can fold it out and you'll get all these clicks, ratchet joints, and then what you're going to do is fold that down, trying to show you the hinge in there, and over and down and over, like just like so, and get that level. So this one we're going to go down and over, down and over, and that looks like a mess. But anyway, now with these, just sit these up like so. The arms fold backwards like that, and now this whole section is going to untab and fold over like that. So it untabs from the back, folds over like that. Now what you're going to do now, rotate these up, and this is going to fold over Magnus's head. So what you're going to do is going to come up like so, like that. Just fold that little blue section out. So it's going to come up like so, like that. I'll get these out of the way so you can see. Now all of that is going to peg together like that, and that little flap will sit there like that. Blue bits fold back on or fire off into you. Jump cut! As you saw, a little jump cut there. Because these are just those little pressure things, they do fly off. Fold that one in, fold that one in. Guns can just sit there like so. Come around to the back. We're going to do these legs backwards to what we did before. So just fold these out to the side, these out to the side, fold that out, and it goes up and over like that. So for a big figure, it's not too hard to transform. Like that, up and over, pegs in, fold your foot over, fold your foot over. Now this whole thing is going to fold over on itself. Just fold that out like that. Over on itself, just sits on there. Fold the foot forward, and you tap that into the body like so. And that one's done. Come around to this side, and I'll show you from this angle. You're going to go over the top, folds onto itself like so. Legs just peg together, that section, and just go like that. Now you get your Magnus hammer, fold it in half. What's going to happen is there's two little slots there. That's going to sit in there. You might need to just separate these legs a little bit to get it in there. Come on. And the Magnus hammer will sit there. You fold these little panels behind. I keep these things up, and then just fold that down over the top. And there you go, Ultra Magnus back in his vehicle mode. And a quick size comparison will see that is our vehicle. He is a big truck. In fact, he's probably pretty well scaled to a modern deluxe. Okay. There you go. And let's finish up. Okay guys, that was a video review of Transformers Animated Ultra Magnus. I know it was an older figure, but come on, it's freaking awesome. You can't deny the Magnus. Look at him. He's just Magnusy. He is the Magnus. Oh yeah. No, I'm not going to do the button thing. Very good figure. If you can find him on eBay for a good price, definitely pick him up. You should have this kind of figure in your collection. I know that some people aren't a fan of the animated aesthetic, which is fine. I can understand that. But if you don't mind it, pick this guy up. If you're a fan of the Unicron trilogy, you're going to like this guy. Big heavy ratchets, big solid figure, lights and sounds, gimmicks that aren't intrusive to the figure. Besides missing a waist joint, he's pretty well awesome. Awesome, very awesome. Alright guys, as usual, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, please subscribe, comment, share, tweet, whatever you got to do, that's cool. And as always, that's Ultra Magnus. You're a viewer. I'm Chris. Bye.